Hi friends, happy Friday. It is time to slow down, reset, and realign. So today we're going to talk about a very cool topic, which is my 3-step Friday hybrid productivity reset. Okay, friends, we are going to do a quick recap before we go forward. Right now, I'm in the car waiting. And so this is one of the things that I've changed about my productivity is that when I'm having to wait, like right now, my daughter is in a lesson for an hour and I'm in the car. So usually what I would be doing is just scrolling on Instagram or YouTube. But what I've been doing recently is to change that up and I just stack my tasks, some passive type of tasks. There are active tasks and then there are passive tasks. Active tasks are where you're doing something that requires thinking. A passive task is something that you could stack while you're doing something else. So like right now I'm waiting, so I'm stacking this task, which is filming. This is something I would do. Another thing that I have been doing recently during these kind of quiet waiting hours is reading. So I always complain about I don't have time to read. So these are perfect chances for an hour to just sit down and read on my iPad. So I always have my iPad with me. I don't have any other planners, you guys, no paper planners on me right now. I can read in here, I can plan in here, I could script, I could do so many things. Let's do the recap. Assuming you've joined me on Monday for our Coffee Time Mondays, we have some challenges that we need to go through, and I'm just gonna go over mine. The first thing is reflection moment. This is the perfect time, if you haven't already done so, to pause the video and have a quiet time to write a short little blurb about the week. And so for me, I've done that already, and so let me read it to you. This week has been full of momentum, tasks being checked off left and right, so much so that I even forgot to go to the bathroom at times. That is my productivity reflection of the week. It felt really good. I think one of the things that really motivated me and kept me on high energy was just being with you guys and having this Coffee Monday to start out with an intention and like working out on those challenges with you so that I could report back on Fridays for these reset videos. I got to work, you guys. Challenge of the week. We had 5 different days of challenges, so let's go through them one by one. Day 1, declutter one physical space. It could be any physical space around your home, your work, whatever. I personally decluttered my work desk. It was like much needed declutter, and I finally got through it. It took me about an hour, honestly. On day 2, write down one thing you're grateful for, get one big and one small task done. So my gratefulness is for my lovely family, even though it's a lot of work. Okay, what a blessing to be here. And I just wanted to say, as I was writing this down, I thought about the moment back in the day. I really dreamed of this large family, 4 kids, amazing husband, me working as a career woman and being able to spend a lot of time with my kids. I had immigrant parents, so like my mom and dad both, they were really busy. So I was always home alone. And so I always dreamed of having like a large family with kids, really loud and just noisy and messy. And so it felt really good. One big task that I got done, even through the chaos of catching up work after travels, I was able to consistently work on YouTube videos. I'm really proud of myself for that. It is 2 videos a week now. We're doing the Monday, setting the intention with Coffee Time Mondays. And then on Fridays, we're doing this reset. You know, for me, with so much catch-up work to do right now, because I have been traveling for several weeks from like Thursday to Friday each week, even through all of that, I committed and I went through with it. I pushed through. One small task, I hired a new gardener for the house. I had to let go of our previous gardener because he's such an amazing older gentleman and he has been working with me for about 2 years. But he promised to come every 2 weeks, but he comes like once a month, and he did our neighbor's winter grass, but he didn't even ask me and he didn't do my winter grass. He just cut my lawn and left. And it's like winter grass season right now in Arizona, so I had to let him go. It's just like gets messy in my backyard. I have a big tree in my backyard, and if someone doesn't come every 2 weeks to clean that up, it gets really messy. And I have a pool where the tree leaves all fall into, and then now my pool guy has to deal with that. And so it's just a whole thing. Finally, I made the decision and got it done. So I hired my old gardener back that has been working with me for years and years. He came, gave me a quote. He said he'll come every 2 weeks. Day 3, do one task you've been avoiding. Woo, and then one small task. Okay, my avoided task, I actually meal planned. Went to the grocery store, physically. Like I actually walked in, guys, not ordered it, okay, because that's what I typically do, and cooked this whole entire week, Monday through Friday. I will tell you something. Last week and the week before, and the week before, for a month, we've been doing a lot of takeouts and eating outs because mommy's been traveling. And then when she's home Monday through Wednesday, she has to catch up work. So she's working until midnight. So you can imagine it was really hard. So my family's really nice about it. So no one complains. So we get takeouts and, we've been doing that kind of stuff. And all of our whole entire family, we've had like stomach issues. Okay. You can imagine like all the MSG that's been piled into our bodies for the last month. Finally, I meal prepped. That was something that I've been avoiding because it was like last thing on my mind. One small task, I ordered chargeable batteries. Finally. Okay, this is such a small task, but it's one of those things that just keeps getting pushed out. So I just went and did it. Like I was like, what is that one small task that I could handle right now? I ordered the chargeable batteries, and we have so many things inside the house that needs battery replacement, and I just been putting it off. So I finally got it done, you guys. Okay, day 4. Take 10 minutes for a quiet time. No distractions, just breathe. One big task and one small task. Okay, so for the quiet time, what I did was instead of the 10 minutes, I traded it in for an hour, you guys. I rescheduled my twice missed body massage and had an hour of no distraction moment to myself. So that felt really good. One big task, I planned out content for a brand that I've been putting off. So I finally got to it, finished it for the end of the quarter, and I am good to go. One small task, I actually sent out multiple emails that I've been kind of holding off as well. So I got those out of my hair. It's gone. Day 5, reflect. How did those small steps add up and get 3 small tasks done? So reflection, like I said, I had so much energy this week and so much motivation beyond belief, because last week I was hurting, you guys, like physically and mentally, emotionally, like everything was hurting. I just felt very overwhelmed and hence, the video of the overwhelm. But this week, because my productivity system on the hybrid side is set to go, I'm not like playing around with different things and trying out different apps. I'm like set, you guys, with this system, which I will talk about it in a minute. So stay tuned for that. Got to work. I'm all caught up now. And then 3 small tasks. 1, I scheduled my car service. Be proud of me. I always put off those kind of things. I finally got to it. 2, I scheduled my facial. I missed a whole month of facial, so I finally got back to self-care mode for myself. 3, read whenever I had a quiet moment in the car. Like I said, while I'm waiting, I'm just reading. So I'm using these moments very nicely without any excuses. So that's my recap. Let me know how you did this week with the challenges from Monday. All right, now back to the topic. So this is a routine that I kind of formulated since traveling the last several weeks, and I will say that it is working very well and my weeks are flowing like crazy. I hope you didn't miss our coffee time Monday, and if you did, let me just tell you, it is the most amazing thing to set the right intention starting from Monday of the week, closing the loop on Friday or the weekend thereafter to kind of reset everything, put our mind at ease and rest and be prepared for the following week so that we can go in and execute and get the things done. So today we're going to talk about just that, the reset part. It is a 3-step process, but before we get into it, I want to share a little bit about why I believe you should consider hybrid productivity system. When you're in the digital only space and your productivity, routine, plan, execution, all of that is on digital, it can fall short. And what do I mean by this? For me personally, it eliminates that creativity. Sometimes as I'm reading, I like to handwrite notes, whether it be on my iPad or on my notebook. I like to brainstorm, dump all my brain scattered thoughts and all the tasks that are just holding me back on my paper notebook. I also like to journal on my notebook. There's a magic to writing something down using a pen and paper, and so I don't want you to miss out on that. However, when you're only on the paper planner, it could limit flexibility. There are times where I am traveling or I am on the road with the kiddos, or I have to go to the grocery to grab some ingredients that I meal planned. There are times
times where I wrote things down in a different notebook, a bigger notebook, possibly my desktop notebook, and I don't have it on hand with me. A lot of the times I have no clue and I have to kind of go off the cuff. Also, there are times where I'm sitting in the car waiting for a child to finish her lesson. I have nothing to do for an hour other than scroll. I can get a couple emails out, but I don't have that ability most of the times because I don't have my plans with me. And whatever is not planned, Helen doesn't do. But the benefits of the hybrid system gives you both clarity and convenience. I think of it like this. My notes app and my paper planner is my brain. It's where I capture ideas, thoughts, meeting notes, brainstorming, brain dumping, all of that. And my digital planner, Notion, for me is execution zone. I call my productivity system in general as capture and execute system. I believe that we need an inbox of some sort to capture ideas, great project ideas, things that come up, notes from reading books or listening to podcasts, watching a video like this, where we capture all those things. And then there's gotta be a place where you sit down and review what of those ideas, thoughts, notes that you want to execute. And once you have that, now it's time for execution. Put it into your plans to get it done. Step number 1, capture. A part of my reset ritual is to first extract all the captures that I had throughout the week. I take all of those and I put it all into one place. Step number 2, reflect and declutter. This is where I use Eisenhower matrix to figure out what is important, what is urgent, what is not important, all of the above. This is where I figure out, okay, this is something that I could delegate, something I could push out. This is a great idea, but I'm not going to do it right this minute, or this is a bad idea and it's just a clutter and I just need to delete it out of my system. From there to step number 3, which is to execute. So go into my execute zone, which is Notion. So once I get into Notion, I am creating little tasks and reminders for myself according to each project. And if it's important enough, it'll make it to my execution zone, which is my Notion. I'm adding all my tasks and reminders, make sure that I get it done. Whatever's not in my Notion at this point in time is not gonna get done. I want to take you through that in the following video, but for today, I think this is a lot of information. Let that digest in. I'm glad you're here, and hopefully you're looking into a system that may work for you in the new year. And this is a perfect time for you to kind of understand the system and all the different options that you have, the functionalities of it, the flexibility of it, the non-flexibility of it, and so that you can make some good solid decisions going into 2026 with some good understanding and practice of how this hybrid productivity system works. Hope this video helped. I want to give you guys the challenge of just giving yourself about 15 minutes. Just time yourself on a time clock and give yourself 15 minutes to just sit down and kind of jot down what your routine would look like. Feel free to switch it up a little bit, something that you haven't done before. Your Friday reset or weekend reset might look completely different from mine. Write it down step by step what you would do. Just kind of like, you know, when we're in elementary, or I can't remember when, but remember when our teachers used to tell us as an assignment where we had to write down instructions of how to make a PB&J sandwich? It's kind of that idea. I look forward to Monday. We got some new challenges. We got some new prompts coming. So join me on Monday for Coffee Time Mondays. And otherwise, have a good weekend. Happy reset. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.